Lon Wise here from Gearhead Garage. I'm going to shoot some video here shortly of a gentleman that's going to wrap Andrew List's race car. So it should be kind of exciting. You can see we're at the official headquarters here of D2D Motorsports. That's right behind me here. Great setup that Andrew and Jim List have out here. So let's get started. Hey, it's great to be back out at the D2D Motorsports facility here. I was out earlier and shot a video as they were just actually setting up the plant or setting up their garage here. So you can see by the video here that these guys have been super busy getting things set up. It looks like they're getting Andrew's car ready for the 2022 race season. They have other multiple vehicles here in the garage getting ready also. If you're interested in a ride and drive program, you need to talk to Andrew and Jim about that. They'll set up the vehicle for you, take it to the track, get you everything that you need to make a racing weekend something that you can only dream about. So if you're looking to get into that situation, by all means get a hold of Jim and Andrew. I'll add a link to this video so you can get a hold of them. Guys, Lon Wise here at the Gearhead Garage. I am out at D2D Motorsports today. We are getting a demonstration from Pete. I'm going to introduce you to him in a second here on how he goes about wrapping a different vehicle. So we're doing Andrew List's race car today. Jim and Andrew were kind enough to invite us out. So I'll introduce you to Pete here and we'll get started. So Pete, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Pete with Minnesota Wrap Co. First thing we do when we're wrapping a piece like this is kind of just see the angles, see if it can be done in one piece, or maybe a piece like this will be done in multiple pieces. Just for longevity, and also helps if it does get damaged or something, it's easily replaced. So I'll put this tape down and that will allow us to cut from underneath, and then we don't have to worry about cutting on the actual piece itself, so we don't have to worry about damaging the paint or
so that's kind of, so Pete, that's kind of like instead of having to use like a razor blade or like the home guy would do, I would use a razor blade or an X-Acto knife. So,
so before this product came out, you'd have to basically just cut the vinyl with the knife gently on the thing, but you also have to be perfect with it. You can't go too deep or you scratch, and if you're not deep enough, then it'll tear. Right.
Okay. So what product are you using today?
Today we're using 3M. It's their new 2080 product. It used to be a 1080 product, but they recently updated that, so and basically the same film. But
okay, is it thicker or thinner? Or?
It's about the same thickness, I believe. Okay. I think it's a 3.2 or 3.5 mil.
Okay.
So it has a built-in over laminate. Has actually air release channels. You can't probably see on the camera, but little crisscross to allow the bubbles to escape. And then also has little glass beads on the adhesive that allow it to kind of slide so you can position it easily. And then once you actually squeegee it down, it crushes those into the adhesive and sticks.
So so your initial lay down on it then lets you move it a little bit to get in position.
Exactly.
All right, very good. So on this particular piece then, what would you do with this many curved pieces? Would it be a one-piece unit or a two-piece or? This
will probably be a two-piece. We're going to do a little extra layer of protection here though, on this leading edge, so we'll actually have another strip, so it'll be about 3 or 4 pieces.
So when you do that then, Pete, that little extra piece that you're just talking about there, you overlap it?
Yep.
Is that what you're doing?
Yep, there'll be an overlap. All the seams will be overlapped just a little bit, maybe 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch.
Okay. All right. And you've got a lot of pieces to do today. What would be your estimate time for like this particular piece here?
These are really hard to judge. Just by doing the last one, I would say probably about 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Okay.
Depending, it's just a lot of trimming and then again multiple pieces instead of just one. So just trying to figure out how I want to do this.
I know there's a lot of weird corners.
Yeah, it's just which part is this? Which will be seen? Which one? I assume pretty much everything.
So yeah, so basically this stuff right here is not going to be seen at all. This is more the connecting area, so that doesn't need wrap. And then everything on this side right here,
that little ridge,
yes, won't be seen. And then I mean this right here is like, you know, the inlet to the radiator. So obviously like everything under here and stuff on this side, it's probably not gonna be seen, that's not gonna be seen, all this stuff.
Try to go like maybe a little bit in just goes the wind's coming.
Perfect.
Yep. Kind of pick it.
And in actuality, we were gonna ask your advice too, if some of the stairs are on, this stuff takes the most beating on the whole car.
Okay.
This and this stuff.
Right.
And can we put 2 layers of, or should we use?
Yeah, I was
we-
actually gonna say I could just do a little strip.
Perfect, perfect, yep.
Did that get invented for truck bed liners? Is that where that
This stuff,
idea came
they
from?
do have one with a metal line in it that I saw. I used to work at Luther too, and they were doing the bed liners, but this stuff specifically for this wrap.
This is a piece of nylon string inside that tape?
Yeah, they make a couple different kinds. It's kind of like almost like a fishing line. That's really cool.
It is cool.
Shoda invented it and made all the money.
Yeah.
That's a good trick to do. I didn't even think about that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Pete, what's the purpose of that little string there? What are you
It'll actually
doing here?
cut from underneath, so once we wrap over it, you just pull the string, and then you just pull the rest out.
Oh, okay. So
That
it's
little-
Yeah, you can see
that
the
little
little
string that's in there?
so it's like a filament inside of the tape type.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it gives you a real clean,
So you're not cutting it with a razor blade or a
Yeah,
X-Acto
it's
knife
really
or
nice
something
on
like
the cars
that.
too, and everything, so you're not. I mean, I can cut on the car, but I
So
don't have to
does it-
risk it in case I sneeze or something.
Yeah, it doesn't leave a mark or anything then when you pull it. Oh, okay.
Just hold this up.
is this?
Actually, you guys kind of fold it. So I'm gonna do this part. Okay.
You tell me.
Yeah, just go and just grab that vacuum paper.
Okay.
Just rip it off. Careful with this stuff too. If you step on it, it'll.
Oh, yeah, it's slippery.
It's always when you think it's not. You're just gonna drape it down.
So that's the tape you put on right feet, that right there.
Yep.
And then off it comes and
And then you just
Nice.
need to pull this. Yeah.
What if you would have ran the other piece up
This is the cutting string.
and then pulled
So he just basically pulls that right through there and gives you that nice line right through the entire
wow.
cut of there.
And it's straighter than trying to do it
Oh,
freehand with
yeah. It's so hard to do it freehand. You get all these like little weird jabs and stuff like that. Yeah. Unless you're a pinstriper, I don't. I'm not that.
Maybe a little bit.
cut nice.
Yeah, it just blends right in, especially when it's such a clean cut like that.
So Peter, you try that tape you just put on there now, is that to, you're gonna butt the next one up to that? Is
Yep,
that,
it's gonna be a little bit of an overlap, so should blend right in though.
so it's easier to do that than try and stretch one piece around that whole contoured piece?
Yeah, I mean you maybe could do it, but I don't wanna.
Got it,
Yeah, I was
got
and
it.
if it fails too, there's just way more stress on the film, so it could fail, especially if this isn't painted, so it's not gonna stick as well as maybe like a car or something.
So your goal is to try and keep as much stress off the material
Yep.
for not to pull it so much and have it form more?
Yeah, they say you can stretch it like 30-40%, but I don't like to go over 5. A lot of people don't.
So Pete, is there a number of times you try not to pull the material off the product and put it back down again?
No, not necessarily. In this adhesive, they actually have, I don't think you can see, but you can see the air channels maybe, but they also have like tiny little posts that sit on top of the adhesive. So once you actually squeegee it down, it kind of crushes those into the adhesive.
Okay.
But it's nice, like, especially on something more sticky, you can just slide it around and get it positioned and then squeegee down.
Oh, it's great.
Pete, you want to hold that up so we can just kind of take a look at it? So total time on that, Pete, was what? 20 minutes maybe?
Yeah, probably somewhere in there. A little bit more to do too. It always takes a little longer than you think.
Again, first one is, second
Yeah.
one is.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'll scan around here. You can kind of see some of the pieces that we've already got started on and more to do. I'm not going to take any more of Pete's time because it looks like he's got a fair amount of work yet to do this afternoon. So thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thank you.
A huge thank you to Jeff Edington for setting up this demonstration and for Jim and Andrew List for the use of their garage.